Hey guys, I'm Alistair and this is the Brooks Cascadia 18. As always then, I'm going to start by explaining what this shoe is really designed to do best. So it is an all-mountain trail running shoe. It's got a lot of comfort, a lot of cushioning in the midsole, but it's very balanced. So it does have some good response to it and stability as well. The traction is fantastic and it's extremely durable, and you get all of this for $140. If you did catch my Cascadia 17 review, then you'll know I absolutely loved that shoe. And it wasn't just the fact it was a really awesome trail running shoe. It's the fact it only cost $140. Seriously guys, you cannot get a shoe this good anywhere else for $140. And that was a statement I made about the Cascadia 17. So I'm going to go over this shoe. I'm going to explain how it differs from the previous version, what hasn't changed, and basically whether it's still an awesome trail running shoe. So stick around, and by the end of this review you'll know if this new version is worth $140 too. Time to go over the key specifications. The Cascadia 18 weighs 11.1 ounces, whereas the previous version weighed 11.4 ounces, and that's for a size US men's 9, my pair. That's about a 3% decrease in weight for this new version. Any way you can lose weight on a trail running shoe is going to be a good thing. It has a drop of 8mm from heel to toe. That's exactly the same as the previous version. It fits true to size with a medium width, and the cushioning in the midsole is still using DNA Loft version 2. And I really love this foam because it does give you a nice balance between being cushioned and protective, but also having enough flex and response to make it a really nice, fast, snappy, but also controllable shoe. When it comes to protection, it does have a semi-reinforced toe cap. I mean, there is flex in there, but it's certainly got some protection, so if you do stub your toe on a root or a rock, you will get a little bit protected there, but it's also very durable because it's got some nice plastic overlays around the toe box here. There's also a trail adapt plate that was in the previous version as well. And it's just a plate that runs through the midsole that gives it extra energy return, snappiness and response. But that also protects your feet from sharp rocks under the trail as well. It's also still got that gaiter attachment at the rear, which you might be familiar with on the previous version. That's great, it means you can get a separate gaiter if you do run in sandy or dirty conditions with loose dirt where some of that dirt or debris might get into the shoe. You can just wrap that gaiter around the shoe with this attachment here, and that will help protect your feet from anything getting within the shoe. Other notable features in the upper include this little elasticated loop, which you can use to stow the laces in there whilst you're running, so that the laces don't flap around and there's less chance that it's going to come undone. Plenty of cushioning and padding around the collar and the heel counter as well. And as with the previous version, I like that the heel walls or the collars are nice and low. So if you do have low ankle bones, then these won't get in the way. And the lacing system is just traditional, nothing fancy going on. It just works. It's very easy to get a nice quick fit. Time to go over sizing and fit in just a little bit more detail. I said earlier they do have a medium width, and they fit true to size, which is awesome. Feels insanely comfortable when you slip them on, and a lot of that is to do with just such a great upper design. Brooks have done a fantastic job with keeping this very similar to the previous version because they already had a winner, so I like the fact they didn't do any drastic changes there. I really like the secure heel cage at the rear. Gives your foot a nice bit of support and stability on the run, but also it has a really nice heel lock. Once again, that's due to a good upper design. So if you are running up steep hills or steep inclines, then your foot is nicely locked within the shoe. If you're enjoying this review, please give it a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel for more running shoe reviews just like this one. Awesome, you've made it to my performance review. I'm going to start by going over the features that I really like about the Cascadia 18. Firstly, I have to mention the upper because it is just fantastical. It's so comfortable. It actually performs insanely well as well. So it is very breathable, very lightweight, has a good amount of flex. So if your feet do expand during an intense trail run, then it does cater to expanding feet. So that makes your run comfortable throughout. And because it is breathable, the airflow within the shoe is fantastic. So you're basically able to regulate temperature within the shoe. And it's just super comfortable because those collars and the heel counter are all so padded. It's very comfortable to slip on. There's no breaking in period needed. And it just secures, locks your foot within the shoe really, really well. So you will see me overlaying some video of me running technical steep downhills with Kepler in these shoes. And I have complete confidence, even though Kepler's trying to herd me as I go down these hills. He's trying to stop me, he's trying to say, wait, mum's back there, stop running away. I need to have great control because he does like to herd me as I go down these steep hills, especially if I'm running with Helen. If she's a little bit further back, he likes to run between us and try to stop me because he doesn't like me running away from my wife. He is a bit of a control freak. That said, I do need to have control because I need to be able to dodge trees, roots, rocks, Kepler, all sorts of trail obstacles. I need to have complete control. So that's what I look out for on a trail running shoe, and the Cascadia 18 does really well there. So that midsole is still really nicely balanced. I really love the plate running through it, which does give you a nice response on flat sections, which allows you to open up your stride and get some real speed in these shoes. But also the plate provides some level of stability as well. So if you are running on technical terrain, the stability within the plate is really good because there's less chance of rolling an ankle. So I really like that. I do like to run all sorts of trails, especially technical, wherever I can. So I need to have a nice stable shoe. Moving on to the outsole. I've said this many times before. I absolutely love Brooks trail running shoes. I think they're probably one of the most underrated trail running brands. They're more popular for road running shoes, but actually their trail running shoes are absolutely fantastic. Their outsole rubber compound, which is called Trail Tack, performs fantastically. It's almost up there with Vibram Mega Grip. And I just absolutely love the traction in these shoes. They give me absolute control and confidence, which is really what you need if you are going to be running steep technical downhills. But also if you do run or hike steep inclines, then you do need an aggressive outsole with lugs, chevron lugs like you see on here, that actually claw into the trail as you're going up the hill and don't slip. So you do need to have traction going uphill too. And then the final feature I really like is all the little features. So a lot of trail running shoes nowadays are coming quite basic out the box. And I understand why brands are starting to do this. Not all brands, thankfully, but many brands do want to cut weight on trail running shoes wherever possible, because the most important thing, of course, for any shoe is comfort. So you have to have some level of cushioning in the midsole, but you need durability on the trails as well, and that just brings extra weight. So a lot of brands do forget about the simple things that actually do make a big difference, and that's things like a finger loop, or a gaiter loop attachment, or plastic overlays to protect the upper from ripping if you do snag it on a root or a rock. So it's those little things, and by the way, there's even this nice little loop, or elasticated loop at the front. All these little things make the trail running experience that little bit better and enjoyable. So I really like all those little features too. What's not so good? Well, to be honest, for $140, you really can't be too whingy or complaining about this shoe because it offers so much, and it really is, it still is the best trail running shoe you can buy for $140. But if you really had to squeeze a negative out of me, I'd say the weight. It is lighter than the previous version at 11.1 ounces, but still I feel like there could be some extra weight maybe stripped from the shoe. But to be honest, for $140, I wouldn't even complain about that. You don't feel the weight on the run. It's just an all-round, do-it-all trail running shoe that's enjoyable to run in. Snappy, comfortable, controllable, and just awesome. And that brings me to my final verdict, which I think I probably just gave away. Is the Cascadia 18 worth $140? Yes. The Cascadia is still worth that $140 price tag. It's fantastic. If you are just getting into trail running, or you're an experienced trail runner and you just want to do it all, trail running shoe that can tackle all mountain trails fast, controllably, and enjoyably because of the comfort. And you don't want to break the bank. You want a durable shoe that will last time and not pay lots of money for it. Then the Cascadia 18 is 100% worth your money. I recommend you buy this bad boy. Thanks for tuning in to this Brooks Cascadia 18 review. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped you decide whether or not to click that buy button, pull the trigger on this one. And like I said, yes, you probably should click that buy button. This is fantastic. But if you're still not sure, if you've still got some questions about this shoe, or you think you might want to try a different brand, I review so many trail running and road running shoes all the time. And I do build roundups on my website, trailandkale.com. I'll put a link down in the description for my favorite all mountain trail running shoes right now, so you can go check that out. And that is where I'd recommend starting your search if you are looking for the best trail running shoe for you. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.